You already know. Kung Fu Panda 4. I know. The comments told me, right here, they told me to expect disappointment. But like, guys, I bought a shirt, and man, that was a mistake. Kung Fu Panda 4, not worth it. You know sometimes how you watch a movie and you wonder how they released it? Like, how do you make something and think, yeah, that's good enough for everyone. They should like it.
There's gotta be some sort of misunderstanding here.
That's what I thought with Kung Fu Panda 4. Like, it just didn't make sense. I already thought Kung Fu Panda 3 wasn't that great, and I didn't think it could stoop much lower, but I was wrong. It was a lot lower. There was 2 things I liked about the movie. Everything else, not that good. Like, there was an 8-year wait for this movie. You had 8 years to figure this out, and you couldn't. We'll start with the 2 good things. Number 1, the chameleon, right? The bad guy, shapeshifter, sorceress, all of that. I did enjoy her character. I thought she was a great bad guy. I liked the way she was introduced. Crime lords talking about her, how they have to give up 50% of their earnings. They can't make an honest living, right? And then the one animal goes, she could be at this table. And then she is, right? It does strike fear into you. It does raise the stakes a little. You understand how hard it is to beat her because she could beat anyone. Now, my only gripe with the chameleon was the fact that they didn't really use the shapeshifter much after that. They used it once to trick Po, and then they used it a second time, but she would only shapeshift into the Kung Fu Masters and the Massive Dragon, which was cool. But they could have gone so much further with it. There could have been a lot more tricking. It could have been a lot more of a game. I was expecting more of a chess type movie. Like, is she here? Is she not? Who am I talking to? Can I trust you? Any of that could have been done. But they used it once, which was heavily disappointing. Okay, now back to the last good thing. The action scenes were great. I did love them. They were engaging. They were fun. They were funny. Po still kept his good sense of humor. I did love that.
You aren't completely useless after all.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
And those are the only 2 good things I could find. Where was the Furious 5? Where was Oogway? Why was the bad guy from the 3rd one willingly walking back into the spirit realm? Like, his whole character was wanting to leave the spirit realm and take over the world. But then he just walked right back in. Because Po was now worthy? I don't know. And where's Master Oogway? The chameleon pulled every single Kung Fu master out. Except for Oogway, who is allegedly one of the most powerful ones. Just saying. But I guess she didn't want a turtle's moves.
Ahmed Mohsen.
Where are the Furious 5? They already have a relationship with Po. I want to see more of it. Considering that for the 4th time, the movie was about self-discovery, they could have at least used the Furious 5 to move that along. But they just weren't there until the last 30 seconds of the movie. More of a cameo. I wish they were there more. I thought Po's dads were kind of a weird fit. The reason they followed their son was because they didn't believe in him, which just blows my mind because you'd think after the 3rd one they would have. But okay. And they didn't even really help. Like, at all. They were just there. And then there's this whole thing about how Po has to move from the Dragon Warrior to this wise leader of the Valley of Peace, something like that. And I just couldn't buy it. I could not. I was not invested in it. They didn't do enough of it. They tried to use the new character. I forget her name, whatever, the fox. They tried to use her to show Po's progression and how she becomes the Dragon Warrior. Kind of a little confusing. I just didn't buy into it. I wasn't invested emotionally like I was the other 3. It just didn't work. Now, my main fear is that they're going to try to make a Kung Fu Panda 5. I hope they learn their lesson and that they don't make a Kung Fu Panda 5. Honestly, it makes more sense to make a live-action Kung Fu Panda than a Kung Fu Panda 5. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you missed any of the rest of my Kung Fu Panda series, go watch those videos. My brother just finished his series on The Matrix. Go watch his thoughts on those movies. He only got 40 minutes into the third one, so go tell him to watch more. And as always, like, subscribe, and thank you for watching my thoughts on Kung Fu Panda 4.